You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Come on in. How are you today? I'm awesome. Thanks for asking. A little rowdy, maybe. Hold that energy back, Scott. Never. Today, I'm going to give you a tool. Now, I don't think most people are going to do this. I think you're going to listen to it and learn from it. Some of you will take some notes along the way. Most will say, whatever, I'm not going to do this. Too much work. But if you do, I'm going to enlighten you in ways that you have not been before. Make you more aware of what's going on in your life that maybe you can even think about right now, okay? So I call it my daily awareness diary. I'll reveal the structure to you today as we get going. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. 20 years stepping in the studio here, doing what works. And that's really what it amounts to. There's a lot of stuff you can do to, kind of quotes, make your life better, that kind of thing. Not all of it works for everybody. Some of it works at a different time in your life, but everything we do here works. I don't teach anything that I haven't done myself or stand behind or teach other people to do and stand behind them. My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you today. Let's go ahead and dive in, huh? So the Daily Awareness Diary, is it a journal? Not really. Do you journal? You can do this as well, okay? This is not a journal, so if you don't like to journal, don't worry about it. If you do journal, you can add this on for a week or 2 or 3, whatever you want to do. This is all about asking a very specific series of questions with a very specific reason behind them to make you very aware of what's going on in your life. If you'll be honest, you'll see things that will pop up that are just like, man, why do I keep doing that? Or maybe I should do that more. So every single person who comes into my world as maybe in one of my coaching groups, or they come in as a personal coaching client, they will all start with a daily awareness diary. The reason is, within a matter of a couple of weeks, we see everything clearly. Well, there you go. That's my sales pitch. Do it. Let me tell you how it works. We'll see if you do it, okay? Okay, there are 9 questions. I prefer you do this in the morning. And you'll see why in a minute here, but I prefer the morning. Get up in the morning, spend 9 minutes doing this for you, and answer the same question every single day. Yes, you can take weekends off if you want to, okay? So in my Daily Awareness Diary, the very first question I ask is retrospection. Retrospectively, how did yesterday go? So what we're doing is we're looking back, and instead of saying, did I check it off a list, we're saying, did I create what I want instead? How do I feel about what happened yesterday? If I got up and had a big week and I planned my week yesterday, was it working out the way I wanted it to go? Retrospection is a very different way of looking at the day before. It's not just checking off the list. It's, did I get what I want? Did I create what I want? So you spend 60 seconds and just write something down about that. Next, I have prospection. Very different way of looking at things. You are human, which means you are unique. You can you can create things every single day. You don't have to sit down and say, well, what's going to happen? You can literally create it. Your dog doesn't do that. Your dog doesn't create a new meal structure. You can if you want to. So since we retrospectively know what happened yesterday, we could say, what do I want to create today? Maybe it's an experience. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's more money. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just want to be happy today. You can retrospectively look at the day before, prospectively look at the day coming, and can you see how we can start to create a pattern? If you go 4 or 5 days and you keep saying you're going to create something and then you recognize you didn't do it, there's an awakening coming. You're going to make a change. The third question we asked, we just spent about a minute on this, so it's retrospection, prospection, and then we say, how do I want to feel? Again, this is all based on you being an emotional being. So, okay, great. I did that yesterday. Didn't feel great. How do I want to feel? Just write it down. Take 60 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. I don't care. Don't go crazy, please. Just write it down. The biggest mistake people make when they do this is they work too hard at it. This is not a homework assignment. This is capturing the moment. That's all this is. Retrospection, prospection. How do I want to feel? Next, who am I praying or meditating for? It connects you with the world, right? It connects you with what's going on at a deeper source. If you take a little bit of time, who am I praying for or meditating for? Notice it says who. You're thinking about somebody else. We step into the next question for about 60 seconds. What am I praying or meditating for? Whichever way you want to handle it. What is it? You want to have more peace in your life, more money in your life? I don't know what it is. But take a few minutes and see what pops in your head. I really want to reiterate very strongly. I want you just to take about 30 to 60 seconds on each of these questions and just see what pops into your head. Go with the flow. If nothing comes out, good. Nothing today. If something comes out that takes you a whole page to write it, well, let it go, okay? I don't want you to work at this. I just want you to capture, become aware of what's going on. Next, who do I want to connect with? This is so powerful. When I started doing this, it was the close people. I want to connect with somebody, maybe, my kids or something. And then it became some friends. And then it was like, oh, Facebook friends I haven't known or seen for 20 years. Maybe I should connect. Then it became famous people. It's like, wow, that guy's kind of cool. Maybe I'll meet him someday. Who do I want to connect with? So retrospection, prospection. How do I want to feel? Who am I praying for? What am I praying for? Who do I want to connect with? You can see we start to stack these things. And by the way, a lot of people will say, Scott, why do you say praying? Well, I'm a praying guy. I do that. Some people are meditating. I think meditating is just focused praying. That's all I think it is. But whatever it is for you, I don't care. Believe in God, believe in the universe. Makes no difference to me. You can do whatever you want to do. Don't get caught up in that. This is becoming aware of what's going on in your world. And you may be so busy that you're not even really paying attention, except probably at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're saying, what the hell am I doing with my life? This is how you figure it out. Will you love it? Maybe. Will it drive you crazy? Probably. You're going to look at this one day and you're going to say, man, I got some work to do. So what else? We have 3 more.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
The most powerful tool I have here, I built into this. And by the way, when I put this together, it had like 3 iterations and then it stuck. It just stayed. Pre-planned responses. You want control of your day? I haven't taught pre-planned responses for a long time on this podcast, but what that means is you look at your entire day. You just pull back and say, who am I possibly going to run into today? What's going to happen to me? Is there a meeting with my boss? Am I going to a church? Or I have a school, a parent-teacher thing happening? What is it? What am I going to say? How I respond? All I'm asking you to do is be aware enough to pay attention to what may be coming and just think it through a little bit. Don't be surprised. And the advanced version of the pre-planned response is very simple. What if I don't know what to say? What if somebody surprises me? Think about this. If you in advance, just for 60 seconds in the morning, just think, what if somebody surprises me what will I do? You have instantly removed the surprise. If it happens to you, you just think, oh, and you got a response. In my case, oftentimes the response is keep your mouth shut, Scott. You're going to get in trouble otherwise. 2 more. Conclusion. I ask you, after you've answered these 7 questions so far, 7, I want you to give a conclusion for how it's going for you. Retrospectively, prospectively, how do I want to feel, all that stuff. Well, what's my conclusion? I promise you, you will have some feeling inside your soul at the end of doing this. Just write it down. Could be a word, could be a sentence. And finally, I ask you to write a personal affirmation. To take everything you have done in the entire 9 questions we've had here, 8 questions prior to this, and just write an affirmation to yourself. Today, I'm more powerful than ever. I'm making progress. Whatever it is to you, write it down. And here's the cool thing about the affirmation is that after about 30 days of doing this, people look back on it and go, wow, look, I have 30 affirmations personally written by me for me. This is powerful stuff. Now, I know I blew past it really quick today. I teach this in my 9-minute clarity code and my Face Your Passion program. But every single day, if you were to sit down and spend a minute on retrospection, and then prospectively, what's happening today? How do I want to feel? Who am I praying for? What am I praying or meditating for? Who can I connect with now? What's my pre-planned responses? My conclusion? And what affirmations can I write for myself that will fire me up tomorrow? If you do that, watch out, because your life is going to open up. And here's what happens. People will tell me, often they'll say this, my goodness, the first 5 or 6 days was kind of weird. And then I kind of got the rhythm, and now I'm spotting patterns. If you get in that second week, you start seeing patterns, and you'll see the ones first and foremost that are really bad for you. And you'll start to question why you're doing it. As an example, if you're drinking too much, you're going to start counting your drinks. If you're not saying I love you to your wife, you're going to start noticing. If anything's bad, it's going to pop up, and you cannot become aware of stuff you want to change in your life and keep looking at it, staring it straight in the face, and not change it. That's why we do this. And that's why it's the base of everything I do. In fact, when I do my coaching one-on-one, I am essentially this to you. I hold this back in front of you and make sure we hold you accountable so you get what you want. Anyway, have fun with it. I know it's not for everybody, but I tell you what, it changes every single person who actually tries it. If you don't try it, don't blame me. All right, have a good day. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We'll do this thing again called the Daily Boost.